Hello coders, in this video we shall look at some example on algorithms. So let's get started. So the first algo is to add three numbers. So in order to add three numbers, first of all we need to take three inputs in form of numbers. So input n1. So n1 is the container which will take the first input. Then we will take input n2 which will carry the next number. And then the next container n3 which will carry the next number. So once we have taken the input of all three numbers, then we can perform the addition of these three numbers. So if we add them, then this will produce the sum of all these three numbers. Now this sum must be stored in some other container, let's say S. So S is the container which will contain the sum of all these three numbers, right? Then finally we'll print the value of S which will contain the sum of all these three numbers. So these are the set of steps that are required to add three numbers. Similarly, if there are n numbers, we can just take input n numbers and we can just add all the numbers one by one and finally print the sum. Now let's look into the next question, that is we need to design an algorithm that converts a value in inches to a value in centimeters. So let's say this is the conversion factor that is already given. 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. So if 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, then 2 inch will be obviously 2 times the 2.54 centimeters. Similarly, if the user gives n as the input, n inches, let's say, then the final answer will be n multiplied by 2.54 centimeters. So first of all, we need to take the input from the user, that how many inches he wants to convert into centimeters. So we will take the input n. So n will carry the input in inches. Finally, we will multiply n with the factor 2.54. So when you multiply n with 2.54, this is the value in centimeter. So this value we need to store it in another container, let's say CMS. So CMS is the container which will carry the data of centimeter value, right? And finally we will print out the result. So this is the three-step procedure or three-step algo which converts a number in inches to centimeter. Hope this is clear. Now the next question is, so we need to design an algorithm that finds the sum of a list of numbers. So first of all, we need to understand that what kind of numbers we will take input. So we can take any real number as input. So first of all, before that again we need to know that how many numbers the user will enter. So let's say we will take the input n. So this n will carry that how many numbers the user wants to enter. After that we will take a container x which will take the inputs of n numbers in n iterations, right? And then finally we will take another container, let's say sum, and will give initial value 0 because we haven't seen the first number till now. So that's why we have taken the initial values 0. Later on with 0 we can add anything, right? Now we need to repeat, right? Repeatedly we need to take the inputs for x. So while the number of inputs is greater than 0, we will perform taking inputs and then we will add that particular number to this sum and then we will reduce the value of n. So what we will do, first of all we will take input x. So user will enter the first input and this first input must be added to the container, that is sum. So the input that user is given will get added with this sum and then again this sum will get updated. And finally we need to reduce this value of n. Why we need to reduce, I will explain you in short while. So n equals to n minus 1. Finally we will print out the sum. So let's see that how this algorithm works. Now let us say if n equals to 3, if the user has given, if the desire of the user is that he wants to enter 3 numbers and he wants to find the sum of 3 numbers, right? So for the first iteration, what will happen? So x, let's say x is also 0. User has not given any input for x till now because we are not taking any input for x right over here. So first of all, what will happen, this condition will be checked, that n greater than 0. So n is how much right now? 3. Is 3 greater than 0? Yes, 3 is greater than 0. So if this condition is true, then only these 3 instructions will be executed, otherwise not. So what will happen, we will take the input x. Now let's say user gives the input, let's say 3. Then we will write sum equals to, now the value of sum was what? 0. So 0 plus x. So what is the value of x? 3. So 0 will get added with 3. So the final answer of sum will be 3. So this 3 will be assigned to this container sum. Now we will reduce the value of n. So value of n is currently 3. So 3 minus 1, 2. So now after the first iteration, the value of n becomes 2. Now let's see the second iteration. So in second iteration, what happens? Now user will give another value. Let's say user has given 5 this time. Now sum will be equal to, so the original value of sum was 3 from the first iteration. So 3 will come here, and then the new input that the user has given, that is 5. So 3 and 5 will get added. So the final answer will be 8. And then this n, value of n will decrement. So that will be 2 minus 1. How 2? Because from the last iteration the value of n became 2. Now 2 minus 1 is 1. So before entering the second iteration, it will be checked that whether 2 is greater than 0. So 2 is greater than 0 definitely. So it is true. That's why these three instructions are executed. Otherwise, if this number will be 0 or any negative number, then these 3 instructions won't get executed, right? Now let's see the third iteration. So before the third iteration starts, this 1 will be compared with 0. 1 is greater than 0? Yes, absolutely. So we'll take again input for x. Now this time let's say the user gives the input as 2. Now sum will become, so original sum from the second iteration was 8. Now 8 will get added with 2. Finally the sum will become 10. And then value of n will become 1 minus 1, that is 0. Now when the fourth iteration will start, 0 greater than 0. Is it true? No, it's not true. So these 3 lines will not get executed. Finally will come out of this iteration and sum. Now if you observe in the last iteration, the value of sum was how much? 10. So 10 will be printed on the screen, right? So these are the lines for the algorithm that finds the sum of list of numbers. So n takes that how many inputs the user wants to give. So x takes the input number repeatedly, and sum stores all the numbers that you are entering in the iterations, and this n needs to reduce because we need to know that how many times we have to run the iteration, okay, or how many times we need to run the loop. So by the fourth iteration, this condition will fail, and finally will come out of this entire loop, and finally will print the sum. So this was the algorithm to find the sum of list of numbers. Hope this is clear. Now we'll see the next question. Design an algo that finds the product of list of numbers. It is very similar. So the same algo will take and just paste it here. Now how it is going to work, you see. So what we will take here, we will take p container and will initialize with 1. And here what we will do, here we will make a little change. P equals to p multiplied by 1. Now why I have written this one, you will understand just right now, okay. And finally we will print the product of numbers. Now again the same thing, right? So let's say user gives the input 3. So user wants to enter 3 numbers. Now let us say in the first iteration the user enters 3. So first iteration will start or not? Yes, it will. Will it execute the first iteration? Definitely, because 3 is greater than 0, right? Now p equals to p into 1. So here what we will do, we will update this value not with p, this value 1 we will replace here with x, because user will give the input in form of in the container x, and this x needs to get multiplied with p again and again, right? Now let's say the user enters the number this time 1, and in the next line what happens, 1 gets multiplied with 1, so the product is 1. Now the next iteration starts. So by the end of the first iteration the value of n becomes 2. Now before starting the second iteration, this condition will be checked right over here, n greater than 0. So 2 is greater than 0 definitely. Now the next input is 5. So user gives the input 5. Now p equals to, now what is the original value of p. So in the first iteration the value of p was 1 because initially we have given the value of p as 1, right? So this 1 will get multiplied with 1. So in the first iteration the value of p will be 1. Now in the second iteration the product was already 1 in the first iteration, so 1 will come as it is here, and then the user input right now is 5. So 5 will get multiplied with 1, so the final answer will be 5. So this value of 5 will be stored in the container p again, and by the end of the second iteration the number will become 2 minus 1, that is 1. Now third iteration will begin. So before we start executing all these 3 lines, we will check the condition. Is 1 greater than 0? Yes, it is true. So now what we will do, we will take the another input, that is, let's say x equal to 2. Now p from the second iteration was 5, so this 5 will get multiplied with 2, and finally 5 into 2, that is 10. So my p will contain the product of these 3 numbers, that is 1, 5 and 2, and we very well know that 1 into 5 into 2 is 10. And finally now n will be reduced to 0. Now when the fourth iteration will start, 0 greater than 0, it fails, right? So finally we get the product, right? Finally we get the output as 10 from this given example, right? So I hope that this point is also clear. So this is the algorithm that finds the product of list of numbers. I am just taking small inputs because I have to explain you just the algorithm. You can take, for when you run the code, actually you can take 1000 inputs also, or even 1 lakh input also, right? Now let's see the next question. We need to design an algo that adds numbers from 1 to n. That means there will be consecutive numbers, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on. We will add the numbers till n. So we have to write an algorithm which will find the sum of numbers 1 to n, right? So let's see how can we do this. So first of all, we need to take the input n. That means from 1 to where the user wants to see the add the number, right? Finally we will take another container, let's say s equals to 0. Then we will start a loop while n is greater than 0, and so while the condition is true, we will keep on repeating our steps, right? These are called repetition actually. Now what we will do, we will take the number and we will add with the sum. So if the number is, okay, we will take an example. Let me write the algo first of all. So let me explain you here. So if n equals to, let's say 3, user wants to see the sum from 1 to 3, let's say 1 plus 2 plus 3. So first of all, what will happen, the input value 3 will go in the container, will be assigned in the container n. S will start with 0. Now the condition will be checked, right? For the first iteration, condition will be checked that 3 is greater than 0, right? It is true. So we will write here s equals to, so s is 0 now, 0 plus 3. So finally the sum will become 3. Now we need to decrement this value of n because this condition must fail at certain condition, right? Because otherwise this loop will become infinite, it will never stop. So if it never stops, and you very well know that algorithm does not contain infinite number of steps, right? It has to stop somewhere. So n has to reduce by 1. So at this point of time n will become 3 minus 1, that is 2. Now second iteration will start. So before starting the second iteration, condition will be checked, that is 2 is greater than 0. Yes, 2 is greater than 0. Now what will happen, this sum, the original sum from the first iteration was 3. So 3 plus, this time the number n is 2 because here s plus n is there. That's why we are adding the value of n here. 3 plus 2 is 5. And finally n will become, that is 2 minus 1, that is 1. Fine. Then now after the second iteration, the third iteration will start. So now s equals to, so sum is, or from the second iteration the value of sum is 5. So 5 plus, now the number n is 1. 5 plus 1 equals 6. Now the value of n becomes 1 minus 1, that is 0. Now if the fourth iteration, so if we start the fourth iteration and if we check the condition 0 greater than 0, then the condition fails here. So once the condition fails, we will come out of the loop and we will print the value of s, because s will contain the sum of 3 numbers. So as we know, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. So therefore the output comes out 6 for this particular example. So these were some of the algorithms, that is adding three numbers, then converting one value to another value. Then we saw how can we find the sum of list of numbers. That numbers will be given by the user, how many numbers he wants to enter, and user will give the numbers as input one by one. Then we also saw that how can we find the product of a list of numbers, and finally we saw that how can we add the numbers from 1 to n. Now this algo, for this algo we can use a shortcut, that is, if you know the formula that if you add 1 to n, then the answer is actually, then the direct formula is n into n multiplied by n minus n plus 1 divided by 2. So if you use this formula, then you will get the answer. Let's check. So if n equals to 3, so in place of n you will put 3 into n plus 1 is 4 divided by 2. So 3 into 4 is 12, 12 by 2 is 6. So similarly for any input n, this formula always works. So we can directly write here input n. So the moment user has given the input n, so we can store the result. We can store the result of this particular value, this particular formula. We can use it directly, that is n into n plus 1 by 2. So after that we can just print out the result. So this is very simple as compared to the previous algo. But previous algo was more intuitive actually, because we were counting by hand and then adding the numbers one by one. But this is the direct formula by which you can find the summation of all the numbers from 1 to n. So hope you enjoyed the video. So in the next class we'll start writing programs, the real programs, and we'll execute on our machine. Thank you for watching.